Right, hi guys, and welcome back to the Moaning Yorkshireman, and welcome back to an F1 collection update video. Here we are once again in the cupboard, and as you may notice, there has been big changes since the last time you saw this room. If you haven't seen the update video as to why we've done so many changes, then I'll put a little icon up there, I'm sure it's up there anyway, for you to watch what happened. But basically we had a leak that happened in the room, and it's caused all the wallpaper on the walls to fall down. We had a massive patch of mould in this corner. Thankfully none of the F1 cars were damaged, but it took a good couple of weeks to sort out. So the roof is now cladded, we've re-wallpapered all the walls, and while we're at it, we've repainted the shelves and we've added additional ones as well. So the additional shelving units are as follows. We've got one up there. That's completely empty at the moment. There's nothing to display up there, but as I'm sure as the years progress, we will have something to pop up there. We've got additional shelving unit here. So there it used to end, as you can see, whereas now it comes all the way out to here and right to the edge of the doorway. Same with this one, and then we have two additional shelving units down there as well. That one was always there, but these two are extra as well. So that means for the first time ever, or the first time in a long time since I've not had as many cars, we now have every single Minichamps Formula 1 model on display. So we're going to go through them all with you today. It's going to be quite a long video. Feel free just to watch, skip. I'm not going to be talking through it all, but all the models will be shown and displayed. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. So yeah, as mentioned, all the Minichamps models are on display now. So I'm going to start where the season kicks off, where my collection starts, which is Formula 1 98. And the reason why I started at F1 98 is because that was the last year, and possibly only year as well to my mind, where every single model was made by Minichamps. So every single team was produced by Minichamps, because 97 you had models made by Onyx, then 99 a lot of licensing went over to Hotwheels for certain things like the Stewarts and the Jordans. Obviously the 2000 season there was a lot again. There was Jaguar that still had the licensing. So yeah, overall, I just thought it was a great place to start to be able to get every model. Of course, as you can see there, the 1998 season ends there, so the 99 one begins there. It's not all perfect, but that's how it goes in terms of how many teams were in that season. It took a long time to actually get the room sorted. Approximately 2 weeks in the end, I believe, to get it from how it was looking to this. So yeah, this was a full day, putting all the models back, dusting them, making sure everything was okay. Thankfully, I didn't damage a single model as well. That's always one thing to worry about when you're putting them all in boxes and storing them. It's really difficult to, you know, keep on top of everything and not drop at least one or two cars, you know. I had a tot-up of the collection as well, and every single model in its entirety, Spark, Minichamps, Hot Wheels, Barago, all of those add up to an incredible 614 Formula 1 cars. So that is everything in my collection, all scales, all brands, everything. And I think around 580 of those are Minichamps. So yeah, there's a lot to go at. So as you can see, we're already up to 2001 on there, and the 2001 season ends there, which is absolutely perfect. I really love that. And on display for the first time ever, which I don't believe you've seen, is Susie Wolf's Free Practice 1 helmet from Silverstone, signed by Susie herself. It's a I can't remember what scale it is now, 1/5 I think it is. But yeah, it's really nice to get that on display. Had a little bit of room there, so I thought why not utilise it. And I think it looks really cool. So yeah, Susie Wolf, FP1 out in 2015 Silverstone. Just a little bit of something extra there, tucked in the corner. We come down now to 2002. You may have noticed as well, I've altered how the collection goes. Before I used to do it, how they started the 2002 season, for example, or 2003 season, whatever season it was. I based it on the previous year's Constructors' Championship order. Well, now this year, this time around, I've decided I'm going to base it on the constructors' finishing position of that season. So hence, obviously, Toyota behind Minardi, if that makes sense. So that's how I'm doing it this time around. So you'll see a lot of times now where the Williams team is actually above McLaren, whereas before it used to be the other way around. So that's how I've done that. And yeah, overall, I'm just really happy with how the collection's turned out and how it's on display now. It looks so much nicer, so much better. I've got so much more room. And I know that I can't run out of space for a long while yet. And there is also other options to extend further as well, which I'll come to as we get there. So Also, I'm going to maybe think about doing a more in-depth things in regards to Formula 1 models. Maybe if someone wants to see a certain year, a certain driver. Maybe driver's a bit too hard to get them all out, but, you know, maybe a certain team, I can go through them all. I don't know, I'm just playing around with the idea. I've also moved these as well, the special edition liveries that have been custom made. I've moved those to the correct years now rather than being on their own. So you've got the 2004 Jaguars and then the Ocean's 12 2004 Jaguar as well, from the Monaco Grand Prix that year. Yeah, you know, I really am pleased with how the collection's turned out. I'm still missing 2005 Alonso, so that is where he shall go when I find him. The pesky blighter. It is up on eBay, actually. I've just not got the money at the moment, but I will get round to getting him eventually. There's always one in the collection that you need, isn't there? The collection's never finished. Again, look, the 2005 Chinese Grand Prix. Above the BARs there. And then, of course, for 2005, you get the Red Bulls as well as the Star Wars Red Bulls, aren't they? Stunning, absolutely love those. Yeah, so there you go. We're through to 2005 already. And then through to the 2006 season now. Apologies for the lighting, I can't quite help that. So yeah, let us all know how your collections are going on. There's the Superman, of course, as well, of 2006. David Coulthard scoring a podium there, so Cristiano has to jump in the swimming pool naked. Yeah, let me know how your collections are coming on. It was really interesting, actually, because the last few weeks especially, I've had a lot of people saying that, oh, thank you so much, you've inspired me to start a Formula 1 collection, and that's really, really cool, you know. Seeing my collection has inspired others to collect as well, and I think that's amazing, you know. It's a wonderful hobby to have, especially when you find a rare gem. I think it's amazing, you know, and if you get it for a cheap price as well, I absolutely love that. You end up dropping on some right bargains. My Barrichello 257 starts in the Under Earth. I mean, the Under Earth's as rare as it is, but that 257 start, which was a record breaker back in the day, I picked up for like 30 euros it was. It was like £22 at the time. It was crazy. I paid next to nothing for it. Through to 2008 now. The rare season, really rare season. As you may notice, they're quite faded. I'm not sure what's happened, but one of those things, I guess. I've got a dehumidifier in here now. Like I say, we've cladded the roof, so hopefully there's no more issues with damp, mould, mildew. And yeah, and there's obviously no direct sunlight in here either, so through to 2008, finishing off with the Super Agoras, of course, that only completed a few rounds, and then starting 2009 with the Brawns, the mighty Brawn of that year, and the only year they participated. Then through to 2010, and this worked out absolutely wonderfully. As you may notice in previous collections, there was like a little space where the little boxes ended and the big ones began, but this worked out perfectly. I've really tried to think it through. I thought if we're doing it properly, and I'm really chuffed with how it's come out. I'm so happy with it. I think I've done a really good job. I'm really happy. And then through, of course, to 2011 now, and then this is where it gets lovely for so many years, because the last ending championship car finishes there and the next one begins there. Of course, I know Spark and Hot Wheels made Ferrari, Spark made HRTs, the Manners Marussias, but I just didn't have room to put them in, and also because the boxes are slightly bigger, I wouldn't have been able to stack them all because I've only got that much room. So yeah, unfortunately it didn't work out, but at least I've got all the Minichamps displayed. 2011, the mighty Maldonado debut year, and then through to 2012. And then we spin round and then go down a level. Are we ready? way down to that level for the 2013 cars to start there. As mentioned, that's why I'm really, really happy with it. That purple looks so nice on the Infinity side there of the Red Bull. Up to 2013, the Force Indies. I love that year as well. 2013 was so nice. I even like the Saubers. As unusual as they were, I like the Saubers. Now here we go. Here's something you don't see every day. I have actually put the two 2013 Spike Williams there from the Australian Grand Prix, because again it keeps it going. It keeps the championship flowing in terms of that's where 2014 starts. But yeah, there they are, the two incredibly rare 2013 Williams of Bottas and Maldonado. Worth a pretty penny. Good luck finding them as well. So I've done the same here, of course, in 2014. I've included the Williams. One's actually in a box that you can't even see the model with, which is quite cool, isn't it? That's Felipe Massa that's visible there. Oh, that's Bottas, sorry. And that's Felipe Massa in the box. The Force Indias there, the lovely mighty Force Indias. The twin tusk nose of the 2014 Lotus. And then through to 2015. Williams once again not visible. They have lovely display boxes though, but it's so awkward to display them because if you take them out the sleeve, then there's a chance the sleeve will get damaged, but then you can't see the model, so I just leave them in the sleeve. I know that they're all okay. And then the 2015 McLarens, I've just put one there, and then the other pair in there. 2016 season starts there. Again, apologies for reflections or shadows. I'm doing the best I can. The 2016 Hassas getting very rare these days. The 2016 Renaults too, they're quite hard to get. And the 2016 Saubers, they're all fairly hard to find. And then on to 2017 now, of course, with Hamilton and Bottas. The way I've done the cars for the years that the numbers are able to be chosen by the drivers, which was 2014 onwards, I believe, I've just done them based on number order. So the lesser number goes on the top and then the one below it. So that's how I've worked that out anyway. So you don't necessarily get the champion at the top, although obviously with this season's it was Hamilton throughout most of the time that was champion, so he's always ahead of Bottas because it's 44 and 77, but if it was the other way around it would be of course Bottas on top, then Hamilton, if the numbers were different, of course. So you'll see there Max there with 33 is below Ricciardo number 3, but these weren't championship winning years. 2021, of course, I think Perez is actually ahead of Max, because Max was carrying 33 that year and obviously Perez 11, so and there you go, back to the covered up Williams again. And then we start the 2019 season now, already through to 2019. Again, apologies for the glare, guys, it's just how we've got it. They've got like a protected sleeve over them, which causes a bit of shine, and then obviously the darkness of the room. But I hope you're getting a good glimpse of all the models that you need to see. 2019 Williams, a very rare pair of cars to get those. Really, I mean, they sold out even before they'd pretty much come onto the market. It was crazy. And finishing off the 2020 season, of course, with the Williams once again. On to 2021 season now with the Gulf livery McLarens. Look how nice they are. So nice. So I've tried to make it so it includes all the teams, the minimum of 2 cars, and then if I've got any special liveries, then I include them as well, of course. And the 2021 Alfa Romeos, which I still didn't have at the last update, I don't believe, but now I've achieved them. And there they are, the Hassas to finish off that season. And then we're kicking off the 2022 cars. I have got the 2 pink Alpine limited edition first 3 races. I've got 1 2022 Esteban Ocon at the moment, and the 2 McLarens of Norris and Ricciardo. I'm finishing off with Tsunoda in the AlphaTauri. So at present, that's pretty much everything that's come out. Obviously, I need to get Alonso in that and Gasly in that, but at present, that is all the 2022 cars that have come out. And then I just thought I'd put a few Spark models on display for you there. So all the 2014 Caterhams, Kobayashi, Will Stevens, Marcus Ericsson and Andre Lotterer. The 2012 of those Caterhams, 2016 Manners, a 2010 Williams, which I've got in Minichamps as well. Alexander Rossi, and I think that's Brendan Hartley there. And then we come up here to the Ferraris. So every grid from 2009 is 100% fully complete with those pairings. Everything prior to 2009 is only complete in regards to the Minichamps models. I don't have the Hot Wheels additional extras, or, you know, I don't have anything like that. So it is literally just from 2009 onwards. I've got every Ferrari, every Spark model that was produced. And then just a couple of 1/18 scale cars there, along with the 2000 124 scale of Michael Schumacher, the 2000 champion, a little Formula 1 car made out of Pepsi. And then as you may see back there, these are the only things that aren't on display. But again, if I put them on display, I've got somewhere to put the boxes, and I've just not got room for both. So these are the Look Smart models of every year up until 2021. So that's everything behind there. So that's from 2015 onwards, when they took over the licensing from Hot Wheels. They come in that edition and that form now. So I've got them out, made sure they're all okay, but then just put them back in the boxes and back with the cellophane wrapping, and they're nicely tucked away safe there. So they're the only things that in theory are on display, apart from a couple of models, of course. And then down here for now, of course, in later years, when this shelf gets full, it'll be 2022, 2023. I think I've got room there as well. And then down here will come for 2024 onwards onto these two shelves. But for now, I'm able to put my special edition models up. So the here are the early seasons that I've just got odd ones of. So that's 96 and 97 Arrows and Ligier. There's a Tarso Marquez there. Obviously, you see some teams had 3 drivers, like Jean Alesi there, Tarso Marquez. I don't want to include them on here because it messes it up. So I just put my favourite driver out the 2, or the one that did most races if I'm impartial. And that's how I work it out from there. So as you can see there, 2001 Thomas Eng, the 2001 Arrows with the tower wings on. What a weird design. The special edition 2002 Stop Aids Saubers. And Anthony Davidson in his 2002 Minardi. Then we come to Marc Genet. So I've done them all in year order, as best I can anyway. And through to 2006, I think they're the Thanks Michael, when Michael Schumacher retired for the first time. Vettel Chinese Grand Prix, Marcus Winkelhock, of course, who can ever forget him. And the Canadian winner, his only win, Robert Kubica. There's the 257 Grand Prix start, of course, of the Under Earth. 2009 Grosjean, 2009 Kamui. 2010, is that the pole position one, or is it 300th Grand Prix? 300th Grand Prix, that one, for Rubens Barrichello. Canadian Grand Prix for Buemi, when he actually led a lap. And that's the first podium for Checo in the Sauber. And then through now to a couple of limited edition podiums. So Malaysian Grand Prix and Australian Grand Prix, Bruno Senna. And then that's the third place that Raikkonen achieved in 2013, 2012. The 2014 Force India there. And then I believe that is Susie Wolf's 2015 test car that she did in Free Practice 1. And then under here there's some, there's Kevin Magnussen up there. Apologies, I can't get up there. I've got a shelf above me. But that's 2015 Magnussen Australian Grand Prix. These are the limited edition Silverstone McLarens with Join the Pact on the side. 2015 podium, Roman Grosjean, Belgium Grand Prix. We've got Max Verstappen there. Oh, sorry, Daniel Kvyat, apologies. When he got binned off and dumped back down to Toro Rosso. And then the final one there is Perez's 2016 podium. And then just a couple more on here. So we've got the 2016 Stoffel Van Dorn, 2017 Giovinazzi, 2017 Jenson Button. That is the debut of Pierre Gasly. And then here we've got Sergio Perez's podium at Azerbaijan, Fernando Alonso's last race with that special livery there. And then I've just had to put this one slightly out of sync, the 2016 one, because it's got a taller case. And then the super subs of this year, of the 2020 season, the COVID era, with, of course, Nico Hülkenberg, George Russell deputising for Lewis Hamilton, Pietro Fittipaldi, as well, of course, in the Haas. Sadly, no Jack Aitken was ever made. And then a 2021 world champion of Max Verstappen. Just take you over here while I can. So I've got just a couple of 118 scales on display at the moment. The 2014 Red Bulls, the 2018 Force Indias, when they were Force India. And then in here we have the 2016 Williams and 2016 Force Indias in 118 scale as well. So they're all boxed up again. And then just over here, of course, we have the touring cars. They're always on display there. And then we have the signed Fernando Alonso on the rear wing there, as you can see, from 2004. A couple of 124 scales there of Jaguar, Jordan and Button in the Williams down there. And that is literally that. I shall take you out quickly now just to show you the few I've got here. And as always, we've got the models here, the Sparks, that are on display. I've moved a few of those from out there into here, the twin car packs, of course. The Andrea Modder car there, of course. The twin car sets of 2017, 2018. There is some more twin car sets come out. There was loads that have come out recently, but I just couldn't get them, couldn't afford them. They all come out in one go, and that's the biggest issue with these. These are all released at the same time. And 2018, they did most of the grid, so I missed out on Mercedes, Toro Rosso, Williams that year. There's a lot I missed out on because they all came out at once. But that's that is literally the entire collection all on display. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this update. Let me know if you want anything more specific, more in detail. I'll be more than happy to help as best I can. Maybe I should go through a team, I don't know, some other series related, but I don't want this channel to be all about Formula 1 or about the collection, but it is nice to show you all. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and feedback down below. Do you like what we've done to the place? Do you think it's suitable? Like I said, we've got additional shelving now. We can always push those back, and that's additional room for more models, of course. And in regards to additional shelving, these units will be coming out soon because I'm going to get fitted wardrobes in my bedroom, and then that will mean that these two shelving units can go all the way around the bottom. So I'm going to end up with another room for approximately 180 cars total. So yeah, I should be well sorted by that point. So yes, thank you all so much for watching, guys. I'll see you all again soon. And yeah, please feel free to let me know what you think. And as always, much love.